I'm a very I think a lot sometimes, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes I get in a hole
Yeah.
because I'm just thinking about all the right. And that I think the more I understand, the less fear I have. Usually that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
The more I see into these things, the more I fear less because I understand it's not just as simple as, Trump wants to deport, they have my address, therefore they can just show up and deport me in a week. That's not how that works.
How does it feel to be on the other side of this?
It definitely feels good. It feels good to have it, but at the same time, it feels scary as heck because because of the new administration and the potential of not being able to renew again. So that's a big thing, weight on my chest. You want to celebrate, but at the same time, it's like not yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can celebrate small victories, I guess.
Right, right. Well, let's talk about that for a moment. I mean, one way to get a green card would be through marriage, right?
Yeah,
And
and where I am right now with with that is, so I have a girlfriend and we met in 2020, but I guess to our situation that makes it harder. I mean, you can't really choose who you fall in love with, really. But she was originally here on an au pair. Since then, she's been kind of coming back on a visitors, but she applied for work permit.
okay,
She went the employment based route. Her priority date is actually May 2022,
mm-hmm.
and right after that month, the priority date, right, the retrogression just went back to September 2020,
Right,
and then in like one entire year, it moved is like from September 2020 to December 2020, and
right.
it is the most frustrating thing.
Yeah, no, I
So
know.
where she's at is she got an approved I-140, and she's just basically waiting.
I always tell people to start a business, and or
Like a
consider it. And let me tell you why.
mm,
Um, if you try to get a job at Apple or at Home Depot or something like that, some company, they're going to have a human resources department and they're going to check your work permit and all that. And right now you have a work permit, but there's a way, if there God forbid is a time where you can't renew your work permit, um, then if you're here without employment authorization, you could have your own business and people could hire you, and it might be easier than trying to get a job. Once your work permit runs out, you're not authorized to work, right?
correct.
But what are you going to do? I mean, you have to eat, you have to live.
Yeah.
And I think if your job allows you to continue working, and they may not have anybody that's saying, "Hey, your work permit expired." They may not be aware of that. They may not be on top of that. And so I think that you might do the cost benefit analysis and decide to keep working.
I'm in a situation right now, Josh,
Yeah.
where so I guess this is good news for my family side. So I'm a DACA, right? So my parents were illegal up until this year, actually, because my brother turned 21 and he was able to sponsor my parents.
There
Yeah.
is a way we could get a green card for you through your parents, through consular processing with an I-601A waiver. And there's another way to do it through your girlfriend if you were to get married and she were to get a green card.
As the more I understand, the less fear I have. Usually that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
The more I see into these things, the more I fear less because I understand it's not just as simple as, Trump wants to deport, they have my address, therefore they can just show up and deport me in a week. That's not how that works.
I think it might not be a bad idea for your brother to sponsor you and for your parents to sponsor you. I can think of scenarios where it would be extremely helpful to have that. I don't have all the answers.
I know.
Wish I
And then
did.
I'm trying to foresee if that priority date is going to be better off with Trump or
I mean, how would you know that? How
How
could
would
you
you
know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna deny more cases that are questionable, and then the visa ban and the travel ban and et cetera, which
Yeah.
could help if it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Who knows?
She's from Poland,
All
so
speculation. You know, congratulations again. Let's keep in touch if we can do anything for you.
sounds good. Appreciate it.
Take care, brother.
All right, thanks. Have a good one. Bye.